Hello students, I hope you all have completed and understood chapter 4. So now we'll be starting with chapter 5, that is acid, bases and salts. So we'll start with the introduction of all these three concepts. Let's start. In our daily life, we use a large number of edible substances such as lemon, baking soda, tamarind, common salt, sugar, curd, and vinegar. Some of these substances taste sour, some taste bitter, some taste sweet, and some taste salty. It means, of course, as we all know, how we live. We live by taking food so that we get energy to do various types of work. The food that we eat, that is also of different types and of different taste as well. So, in this food only, the concept of acid, bases, and salt is mentioned. First, we'll see different edible substances and their taste. The food that we eat, of course, it have different tastes. Lemon juice, it has sour taste. Orange juice, same. Vinegar, sour taste. Curd, also sour taste. Tamarind, that is imli, it again has sour taste. Sugar, it has sweet taste. Common salt, salty taste. Amla, sour taste. Baking soda, bitter taste. Since now we have studied about different taste of different food items, now we'll start with the basic point of our chapter, that is acids and base. The word acid, it has been derived from a Latin word acidus, which means sour. So basically it is interconnected with the taste. Thus also substances essentially contains acid. Substances like lemon juice, orange juice, unripe mango and curd taste sour. They taste sour because they contain substances called acids in them. So what does this mean? This actually means that the food item which is having sour taste, why it is having that taste? Because it contains some amount of acid in it. That is why its taste is sour. The chemical nature of such substances is acidic. So the chemical nature is acidic. The acids in these substances are natural acids so that it does not harm your body. However, there are different other substances like baking soda. It does not taste sour. Then what is it? It means that it has no acids in it. It is bitter in taste, and if prepare a solution of baking soda in water and rub it between your fingers, it feels soapy, if a type of fluffy. Substances like these which are bitter in taste and feel soapy in touch are known as bases. So now previously earlier we have understood about acids, that is having sour taste, and now what we came to know, that the food items that is having bitter taste and soapy on touch, they are known as bases. The chemical nature of such substances is said to be basic. All the acids mentioned in the table occur in nature in the upcoming table. Acids and their sources. Name of the acid, acetic acid. This type of acid is found in vinegar. Formic acid, it is found in ant's sting, the sting of the ant. Citric acid, citrus fruits such as orange, lemon juice, etc. Lactic acid is found in curd. Oxalic acid is found in spinach. Ascorbic acid, vitamin C, it is found in amla and citrus fruit. Next is bases and their sources. Calcium hydroxide, it is a base. It is found in lime water. Ammonium hydroxide, it is found in window cleaner. The window cleaner that we purchase to clean our windows, that liquid. It is having ammonium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide or potassium hydroxide, it is found in soap. And magnesium hydroxide is found in milk of magnesia. Since now we have studied acids and bases, their presence in the food items, the taste related to it. Now we'll study about natural indicators around us through which we can understand or we can identify which is basic, which is acid. It is not safe to taste every substance to find out if it is acidic or basic. Yes, of course, it is very true. There are some special substances that have different colors in acidic and basic mediums. These substances are known as indicators. The indicators change their color when added to a solution containing an acidic or a basic substance. So basically it is an indicator to identify the acidic and basic substances. Some naturally occurrence indicators are litmus, turmeric, China rose petals, that is gudal, and red cabbage juice. These indicators show different colors in acidic and basic media. They are used to test whether a substance is acidic or basic in nature. Litmus, a natural dye. A naturally occurring indicator, that is litmus. It is obtained from certain lichens. These are small plants and used as dilute solution. Litmus have mauve purple color in water. In an acidic solution, it turns red. When it is added to a basic solution, it turns blue. Usually, it is available as a red and blue litmus paper. So, when blue litmus paper is dipped in acidic solution, it turns it red. And when a red litmus paper is dipped in a basic solution, it turns it blue. Now, next is turmeric. It is another natural indicator. Turmeric is a bright yellow powder obtained from a plant. It is called haldi in Hindi. It has various home remedies also, so that to turn our skin brighter. But also in science it is used as a natural indicator. Turmeric contains a yellow dye. Turmeric turns red in basic solution. It is used as an indicator in the form of turmeric paper. Next we will come across China rose. It is an indicator. China rose is a natural indicator. It is called gudhal in Hindi. It is a flower. It is extracted from the red flowers of China rose plant with water. It is also used as an indicator for acidic and basic solution identification. Next is the topic acid rain. The rain containing excess of acids is called an acid rain. The rain becomes acidic because carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide and nitrogen dioxide dissolve in rain. All these three gases dissolve in raindrops to form carbonic acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid respectively. These are very dangerous and harmful acids. It can cause damage to buildings, historical monuments, plants and animals. If you have heard about Taj Mahal, it is turning to yellow, and the reason behind it is acid rain. So we'll see the details about acid rain in the next slide. Acid rain, it makes the water of lakes, ponds and river too acidic, due to which fish and other aquatic animals get killed. This is actually happening in Kanpur. Acid rain eats up the leaves of the trees gradually. By losing leaves, the trees die. Acid rain also damages crop plants in the field. So not only Taj Mahal, it is affecting the environment through various means. Next is acid rain damages the metal structures like steel bridges, etc. when it falls on them. Acid rain damages the surface of buildings and monuments made up of marble. This is the example, or this is proving that why our Taj Mahal is turning yellow. This is only because of the acid rain. Those harmful gases get mixed with the water drops and harming the Taj Mahal. So I hope you all have understood. Next we'll study in the next part. Thank you so much.